Hi, welcome back to part 2 of chapter 3. In part 1, we talk about how price affects the amount that we buy. If price goes down, we tend to buy more. If price goes up, we tend to buy less. So when we go shopping, besides price, what other factors that would affect our decision on buying the good or not? So we found that people's income actually affects the demand. When people's income goes higher, they tend to buy more of the good even though the price is the same. So demand will go up. And if the income goes down, people tend to buy less of the good at the same price. So demand goes down. Now let's go back to the pizza case. Say original price happens to be say $15, okay? So $15, this particular consumer want to buy 2. All right, so if this person's income increases, he may want to buy more. Instead of 2, he may want to buy 4. So the point goes to here. This new point actually is no longer in the original, goes through the original demand. It actually goes through the new demand. So this is the increase in demand. When demand increase, the entire curve shift to the right. Okay. On the other hand, if people's income goes down, say during recession, people lost their job, they lost their income. So they tend to buy less, even though the pizza is being sold at the same price. So in our example over here, it is possible that originally at the price of 15, this person buys 2. Now, because of the recession, he doesn't want to spend money buying pizza anymore. So it can go down to 0. So our price didn't change. It's still $15, but this person just don't want to buy pizza anymore. So you can see that, there is a new demand curve that going through this new point. So this is another demand curve. This demand curve is to the left of the original one. This tells us that if demand goes down, the demand curve is going to shift to the left. Okay. Another factor that affects the demand is taste and preference. Taste and preference represents your wants and needs. So if you want or need pizza more than before, then you will buy more, even though the price is the same. So demand goes higher. In case you don't need it anymore, you'll buy less of it, and the demand will go down. So for example, you want to host a pizza party. So before, when the price is 15, you buy 2, and now you want more of this pizza. So suppose you want 6 of them because you need to host a party. So you will buy 6 even though the price is still 15. So now you have this new demand curve over here. Your demand increases. Okay, shift to the right means demand increase. On the other hand, if you just got a very good recipe and make your own pizza, which tastes really good, then you don't need to buy the pizza anymore. So in that case, you don't buy it and your point goes down to 0. So this is going to be another demand curve. You don't buy it, so the demand goes down. So the curve shifts to the left. The other factor that causes demand to change is price of complements. Complements are goods that are used together. For example, if you play tennis, you need the racket and the ball. So you need to buy both to make it work. If you want to make peanut butter jelly sandwich, you need to have all three ingredients to make the sandwich, right? Other examples is like toothpaste and toothbrush. You need to buy them together to make it work. Okay, and then another example is car and gas. You need to add gas to the car to make it work, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this example now. If the price of car goes down, according to the law of demand, then more car will be bought, right? Because the price is lower. Okay, so these people who bought their car, they have to buy gas. So because of that, the demand for gas goes up. Okay, so when price of complement in my example is car, when the price of complement goes down, it actually causes the demand for gas goes up. Yes. Do you get it? Good. Let's take a look at the other factor that can cause the demand to change. Price of substitutes. Substitutes are goods that can serve as replacement. So when you consider to buy a phone, okay, you just buy one, so iPhone or Android phone. When you buy a drink, you can choose one of them, so Coke, Pepsi, or some other drinks. When it goes to buy a car, you just need one car, so American cars or Japanese cars. So these are examples of substitutes. So let's take a look at this example below. If price of Japanese cars goes higher. Okay, so when you are considering to buy a car, when you see Japanese cars price goes higher, what are you going to do? You buy American cars instead, right? So because of that, the demand for American cars goes higher. Get it? Okay, so this means that when the price of Japanese cars goes higher, people buy less Japanese cars, people buy more American cars. This means that the demand for American cars goes higher. Get it? Very good. People's expectation can also affect the demand. For example, if people expect the price will go up really soon, they are going to buy more right now. So this is going to cause the current demand to go up. Usually people say that let's buy it before they raise the price again, right? Now that is this example. If people expect price to go down soon, they will wait for the lower price. So they are not going to spend their money right now. And this will cause the current demand to go down, right? So sometimes you say that I am going to wait until it's for sale. Now, this means that you are not going to buy it right now. So for the store, they will see that the demand, current demand actually goes down. Get it? Good. Okay, so what is the difference between demand and quantity demanded? You just have to remember this. Every time, if it's the change of the price that causes people to buy the different amount, then that different amount is quantity demanded. So for example, say, price of hand sanitizer increase, so it causes people to buy less, right? So in that case, you're going to say my quantity demanded goes down. When the quantity demanded goes down, demand do not change. It is a quantity demanded change. So the demand curve remains the same. You just say that, okay, because the price is going higher, so the movement is along the same demand curve. I buy less because of the price goes higher. Rule number 2 is change in other factors cause changes in demand. So what are those other factors? We just cover it started from income. Let's see, income, taste and preference, price of complements, price of substitutes, and expectation. Those are not the price, those are the other factors. So once these other factors cause you to buy more or buy less, you are going to say demand changes. And in that situation, the entire demand curve will shift to different direction. For example, when people's income increase, we tend to buy more. Income is not the price, so you have to shift the demand curve to the right because demand increase. Get it? Good. There is a worksheet called Classroom Activities. It is in the lecture notes. So complete the problems and then take a quiz named Bonus Chapter 3, Climate Risk Banks. Okay, I'm going to stop here for this part. I'll see you in the other part.